I'm Dr. Les Lynette, and I hope to help you understand psychiatric problems.
I'm Dr. Les Lynette. I'm a psychiatrist, board certified in general adult psychiatry and also in child and adolescent psychiatry. And today I want to address a question. Will Parental Alienation Syndrome finally be included in the DSM, the official Diagnostic Manual published by the American Psychiatric Association? The phenomenon of parental alienation involves a child allying with one parent and refusing contact with the other parent. The concept has garnered a great deal of controversy over the past several years. There has been a storm of debate about whether parental alienation should be officially recognized as a psychiatric condition, that of a child turned against one parent by the other parent. The concept and the term parental alienation syndrome has vigorous supporters and opponents. They are caught up in a rather fierce mutual conflict. Opponents say that abusive fathers hide behind the concept of parental alienation syndrome as a shield to draw away from their true abusiveness. Supporters of the concept say that in high conflict divorce, some parents, whether mother or father, indoctrinate the child by denigrating and vilifying the other parent, inculcating in the child the belief that the other parent is truly bad, neglectful, and or abusive. In this way, the child is drafted into a conflict that should remain between the parents. Much argument is given as to whether parental alienation syndrome really exists. The possible damage to children who are sometimes torn apart by a vicious parental war can take second place to the argument as to the validity of parental alienation syndrome as a real phenomenon. You can't solve a problem if you don't recognize or think of it. The DSM Committee of the American Psychiatric Association, before its publication of the DSM-5 in 2013, received the most mail and controversy over the issue of including parental alienation in the Diagnostic Manual. However, based on history, the American Psychiatric Association's next Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, the DSM-6, may follow the ICD-11. The ICD is the International Classification of Disease. The ICD-11, now finalized by the World Health Organization for the first time, does literally include the term parental alienation for the first time. ICD-11 includes parental alienation as a synonym for the ICD-11 diagnosis of caregiver-child relationship problem. ICD-11 does not list parental alienation as a separate diagnosis, but the terms parental alienation and parental estrangement are literally listed for the first time in the index of the ICD-11, which then refers the reader to the diagnosis of caregiver-child relationship problem. There are other conditions that took literally decades before being recognized as an official diagnosis. Georges Gilles de la Tourette wrote a paper describing a tic disorder over 90 years before Tourette syndrome became a diagnosis. Asperger's syndrome took over 40 years before Asperger's paper was accepted in the form of a diagnosis. The World Health Organization released the final version of ICD-11 on June 18, 2018, and is expected to go into effect on January 1st, 2022. Then perhaps the DSM-6. You need to name something in order to see it and address it. Thank you.